Okay, so that is the meaning of determinate value. Determinate values, right? Or determinate function. Okay, determinate function. Now, you understood what is the meaning of determinate function, right? For example, if I'm saying y is equal to sine x, right? At x is equal to pi by 2. Okay, so it is determinate or indeterminate? Tell me. Determinate, right? Because you can find the value of y. Okay, even if you find the value of infinity, right? For example, y is equal to 1 by x at x is equal to 0. Okay, so the y will be 0. Sorry, 1 by 0, which is infinity. Now this is your indeterminate value. I'm asking, is this your indeterminate value? Yes or no? No, it is not your indeterminate value, because there's a difference between undefined and indeterminate. Okay, so that's something you should remember. There's a difference between undefined and indeterminate. So if the value is infinity, it is undefined. Okay, it is not indeterminate. Got it? So I want to know the difference between determinate values, undefined and indeterminate values. Got it? Everyone got this? Right? Got it? Okay, before starting this chapter, I want you to know what is your determinate values, indeterminate values, and undefined values. So infinity is your undefined value. That's it. That's the only undefined value, infinity or minus infinity, right? Determinate values, obviously any value which have some finite value, or any term which have some finite value is your indeterminate, determinate functions. Got it? Now, when we talk about this chapter limits, okay, now let me ask yourself, right? What do you mean by a limit? Just a term, limit. What do you think? What do you mean? Suppose I start with same example, right? Y is equal to x square. Okay. So if I put x is equal to 2, all of you say that y will be 4, right? Anna? But if I'm putting x is equal to 1.999999 bar, then what will be the value of y? Tell me. What will be the value of y? Okay. OVAX is saying 4 only. Okay. It is 4 only. Now suppose I'm taking the value of x as 2.00000001, right? Then what would be the value of y? Tell me. 4 only, right? So yeah, so almost 4 only, right? So I can say that if I'm taking a value which is very small than 2, then also the value of value of y, right, will be almost equal to 4, tends to 4. Okay, right? And if it is slightly more than 2, then also it is tends to 4. Okay, or it is almost equal to 4. Got it? Now see this table. See this table. Now, when you talk about 2, so at 2, it is 19.6. Okay. Now, when you talk about 1.95, it is 18.63, 2.05, 20.59. So obviously it is changing, right? Okay, because the difference is very big, है ना? It's around 0.05, which is comparatively big as compared to 2. Okay, that's why the values are different. But what do you think? If the difference would be very less. Okay, we have already studied what is dx. What is dx? All of you have studied now. What is dx? Or what is delta x? It is the difference in independent values, right? It is the change in independent values, right? You have studied differentiation. All of you know what is the meaning of dx? Yes? Raise your hand. If you know what is the meaning of dx, just raise your hand. Okay, very good. Okay. So this we have already studied. What is your finite change? What is your infinite change? Infinitesimally similar change. Okay, right? Now see this table. Observe this table. Now in this table, yeah. So in infinitesimally small change means dx or delta x, right? Delta x almost tends to 0, right? So this is the limiting value. Okay, when something tends to a fixed value, right? Okay, then that is called as limiting value. Okay, right? Now just think about this. Think about this. Here we have 2.5, 20.05, 2.2, 20.58, 2.1, 20.09. So if it is around 2, the value is around 20, 22, 19, right? 19.6, like that. Okay. So I can say that if the values is very close to the point at which you have to find the value, okay, right? And if the value is almost same, then it is called as limiting value. Okay, now observing this, I can say that the value at 2, what do you think? What would be the value at 2? It will be around 19.6. Even without knowing the values, at t is equal to 2, you can say that it will be something around 9.6. Okay, right? Can you tell me this? Yes, tell me. Can you say that the limiting value of velocity at time is equal to 2 would be around 19.6 without knowing the value at 2? Yes. Now that is the meaning of limit. Okay. Now I'll give you a simple example, right? Just talk about this graph. Suppose I'm having a graph. Okay. A graph like this. Right? This is a graph. Now take any point on this graph. Take any point on this graph. Suppose I took this point. Okay, this is a point, right? So the independent variable here, right, which is the value of x. Suppose it is a. Suppose it is a. Okay, this is your x-axis. This is your y-axis, which is your f of x. Now, what do you think? What would be this value? Tell me. What would be this value? What would be this value? If it is a, if the value of x is a, then what is this value? Yes, very good. So this is f of a, right? Hana, that we have already studied. If x is your independent variable, then f of x is your dependent variable. If I'm putting the value of x as a, then the value of y would be f of a. Got it? Right? Now, my question is, what do you think? If you go toward the left side, or if you try to approach the value, right, from the left hand side. Suppose you want to approach from the left hand side. Okay, right? Okay, if you're trying to approach from the left hand side, then what do you think? Which value you will get? Suppose you take x is equal to a minus dx, where dx will tends to 0. Okay, dx will tends to 0. Then what would be the value of y? Value, I'm just asking about the value. Which value it will approach? I'm not asking the exact value. I'm asking it will approach to which value? Just think about this. F of a, right? Hana? Because you will approach to this value only. If the difference is very less, right? Then the value of y will be f of a only. Got it? If this dx will be tending to 0. Got it? Are you getting this concept? Hana? Right? Any issue in that for this graph? Any issue in that? All of you understood this concept from like till this point? Everyone got this concept? Yes or no? Tell me. Right? So I can say that this is the limiting value, right? At x is equal to a, f of a is the limiting value from the left hand side. Got it? Right? So if I'm putting x is equal to a minus dx, or it is also written as a minus h, right? Dx is also written as h. Okay, and if dx tends to 0 or h tends to 0, if the value of y is equal to f of a, right, then it is called as limiting value from left hand side. Yes or no? Got it? Tell me, did you get it? Clear? Everyone? Samya, Pradyumna, Krishna, Pranjal, Riya, Vivek. Okay, now those who didn't get, just take this example. Suppose someone approached from right hand side. Suppose someone approached from right hand side. Okay, right? Yes, I'm repeating. Suppose someone is approaching from right hand side. Okay, toward this point. So first it was approaching from left hand side. Now I said that someone is approaching from right hand side, from right side of this value. Okay, right? So what will be the value of x? X will be a plus h, because it will be a point which is right hand side of a. Okay, right? So if any point is right hand side of a, it will be a plus any number which is h. Got it? And I'm saying that h tends to 0 will give me the limiting value, right? So it will be the value which is very close to the value at a. Okay, got it? Then the value of y will be f of a plus h. Got it? Now if this value is equal to f of a, right? If the limiting values is equal to f of a, okay, then I can say that it is the limiting value from right hand side. Got it? Karishma Chulika, did you get it? Yes? I'll explain again, right? Don't worry about that. I'll explain with example. Okay, I'll explain with example. First, you just remember what is the meaning of left hand limit and right hand limit. If we approach a value from left hand side, then it is called as left hand limit. And if you approach a value from right hand side, then it is called as right hand limit. This you understood? This you understood? Tell me. Right? Okay. Now we will take one example. Okay, then it will be clear to you. Okay, now take y is equal to x square only. Okay, now I'm saying that I want to find the limit of this function at x is equal to 2. Now, what is the meaning of limit? Limit means what will be the value of this function y is equal to x square when it is approached from left hand side of 2 and right hand side of 2. Got it? Right? That is the meaning of limit at x is equal to 2. So I can say that, right? Suppose I'm having this graph of y is equal to x square. Okay, so this is the graph of y is equal to x square. Okay, now I'm saying that at x is equal to 2, there will be some value, right? At x equal to 2, there will be some value. Okay, now if I'm approaching from left hand side, right? And I'm approaching from right hand side. Okay, then the value that I will get, okay, will be the approaching values. I'll just use this different term, approaching values. All if you're getting this approaching values, right? Hannah. Now this approaching values is only known as limiting values. Got it? That's different term used for that. Otherwise, it's same. Okay. Now, if I'm talking about left hand side of this 2, okay, so here the function value will be f of 2, right, at point x is equal to 2. So I can say that at x is equal to 2, f of x, right, will be f of 2, right, which is in this case 2 square 4. Got it, everyone? Everyone got this, right? Everyone got this concept? Yes. Now I'll explain the concept of left hand limit now. Now for left hand limit, I said that I will put x is equal to a minus h. Got it? What is a? What is a in this problem? Tell me. What is a in this problem? 2. A is a point at which you have to check the limit, right? What is h? What is h? H is your very small value, which is dx. Yes, very good, right? For the sake of simplicity, I'm writing dx as h. Okay, so if I have to find left hand limit, I would put x is equal to a minus h. Then what would be y? Tell me, what would be y? Y will be f of a minus h. Yes or no? Tell me, yes or no? Yes, everyone is getting this line by line. You should understand each line. है ना? Because this is the basic definition of function. See, if you are mentioning, then yes, right? But in differentiation, you cannot. In limit, it is change, right? That's why I'm taking h. And in limits, it is predefined. It is defined in limits, especially in limits. And in differentiation continuity, okay, because dx is nothing but change, right? Okay, but when you talk about differentiation, like dy by dx, okay, this you cannot write as dy by h. Got it? Right? So wo mat karna, because for limits and continuity it is predefined. Okay, now we'll try to find the value. Just think about the value. So we will put y is equal to, now it is a minus h. Here a is 2, so this is 2 minus h, and here it is f of 2 minus h. Got it? Because a was 2. Now we will put the value of x as 2 minus h. We'll try to put, so it will be 2 minus h a whole square. Got this line? Everyone got this line? Yes or no? Tell me. Everyone got this line? Right? So this is the approaching value from left hand side. Approaching value from left hand side. Just try to find the value. And here, when I'm saying approaching value, you have to put h tends to 0. There's a sign that you have to write, limit h tends to 0. So this is the meaning of approaching value. Okay, here if you write limit h tends to 0, which means it is the approaching value from the, yes, so 2 minus h means it is approaching value from left hand side, because h will tends to 0. It will not be equal to 0, it will tends to 0. So this will become 4 plus h square minus 4h. But if h will tends to 0, so we have already studied in differentiation that this value is very small, right? Dx is actually a value when h tends to 0. So this will be 0, this will be 0, right? Yes, you will get 4. Got it? Everyone got this? Yes? So everyone got how to find the left side limit? Just put the value of x as a minus h, right? Because it's just a value which is slightly before the value at which you want to find the limit. Okay, left hand side of a, as simple as that. Now, if I'm talking about right hand limit, okay, what do you think? What should we take at for x? Yes, if we subtract h, which means it is slightly less than a, है ना? So any number which is slightly less than given number will be the left side of the number, right? Using the number line concept. Got it? So yeah, so when you talk about right hand limit, what do you think? What would be the value of x? X would be, for the same problem, x will be, tell me, 2 plus h, na, right? Because it is slightly more than 2, right? So it will be 2 plus h. Got it? Now what will be y? Tell me. Y will be f of 2 plus h, which is 2 plus h ka whole square. Now here we have to write limit h tends to 0. Okay, limit h tends to 0. So this will become what? 4 plus h square plus 4h. Now since limit h tends to 0 is there, which means h square and 4h will be 0. So it will be 4. Got it? Now observe these two values. If the function is approached from left hand side, then also the value is 4. If it is approached from right hand side, then also it is 4. Okay, so I can say that if for any function left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, okay, right hand limit, okay, then I can say that limit will exist. Limit will exist. Yes or no? Got it? Yes or no? Just tell me this. We will explain with many more examples. Okay, I just want you to know two concepts. First concept is what is your left hand limit and right hand limit. Okay, right? I'll explain again. Don't worry. So first concept, you should write down the concepts. First concept, that what is your determinate values, indeterminate values, right? Second concept, what is the basic meaning of limit? It is nothing but the approaching value. Now, if someone tell you approaching value, so it should approach to something, right? है ना? right? It should approach to some value, fixed value. So that is your limiting value. It can approach a fixed value from two sides, either from left hand side or right hand side. So if it will approach from left hand side, then it is called as left hand limit. If it will approach from right hand side, then it is called as right hand limit. Okay, now if from both side, if you approach that value from both side, if the value will be same, the approaching value will be same, then only we can say that the limit will exist. Got it? For example, in this problem, from left hand side also the limiting value is 4, from right hand side also the limiting value is 4, which is left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Okay, so whenever we have left hand limit equals to right hand limit, we say that limit will exist. Got it? Right? Because we talk about limits, right? We talk about the limiting value, but we should know na, that it will exist or not. Hai na? It will exist or not. I'll just give you another example. Okay, just suppose, okay, suppose that someone is standing on the first floor, right? Suppose someone is standing on the corner of first floor, right? The height of the floor is 10 feet, 10 feet. Just think about this. So this is the point of this wall, right? So suppose I name this point as A, okay, right? This is your ground, this is your floor, sorry, ceiling, right? Okay, now tell me what will be the value or the height, because value is height only, of f of a plus h. As simple as that. Means if someone will approach from right hand side, his height will be, what will be his height? Tell me, what do you think? What will be his height? Message? If someone will approach this person from right hand side, right, what will be the height? No, exact limiting height, right? See, height of ceiling is not increasing, na? It will be 10 only, na? It's not increasing, right? Doesn't matter what you take after A, the height is constant, right? It is 10 only, right? It's not increasing function, na? Right? So 10 plus h will be 10 only. Got it? Right? Anna? Right? Because it's a constant function. Constant है ना? It's not an increasing function, it's a constant function, right? अगर height ऐसे होता, then 10 plus h, which will approach to 10. So I'm just asking you the approaching value. So approaching value will be 10 only. Got it? है ना? So I can say that the value at RHL will be 10. I just gave you a very simple problem to understand the concept of limit. It will exist or not. Okay. Now, what do you think about f of a minus h? If you take any point which is left hand side of a, what would be the value of height? LHL will be any point before a. How can you saying 10? Just think about it ना, right? अब ये बंदा इधर से कोई अप्रोच करेगा तो हवा में तो अप्रोच करेगा नहीं, वो तो बेचारा ग्राउंड से ही अप्रोच करेगा ना, राइट? यहाँ से अप्रोच करेगा क्या? हवा में अप्रोच नहीं करेगा ना, राइट? ये पॉइंट से पहले छत है क्या? Just think about this ना. I give you a practical example. He is not Superman or Superman, not even Spider-Man. He is not Martian Manhunter ना, जो हवा में उड़ के आएगा, राइट? और ये बंदा अगर एक कदम इधर लेता है तो कहाँ जाएगा? नीचे जाएगा, थोड़ी ना 10 माइनस एच रहेगा, हाइट 10 थोड़ी नहीं रहेगी, सीधा 0 हो जाएगी. गॉट इट? सबको समझ में आ रहा है, राइट? आई एम गिविंग यू अ प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल, राइट? ठीक है, सबको समझ में आ रहा है? सो इस केस में लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट क्या हो जाएगा? सिंपल 0, है ना, because right? Anyone have any doubt in this? Tell me. Chulika, Tulip, Sneha, Krishna, Amish, Koshi, got it right? है ना? So what do you think? Will limit exist in this case? Right? Will limit exist in this case? No. Right? So I can say that limit will not exist in this case. Limit will not exist. Will not exist. है ना? Right? So अगर तुमसे पूछा जाए what is the meaning of limit, right? So if the approaching value will be same from both left hand side as well as right hand side, okay, then you can say that limit will exist. Okay, otherwise it will not exist. We'll discuss the concept of continuity later. Okay, but yeah, it is one of the most important concept for continuity. Okay, so we have studied the concept of limit, right? But before that, we will see some values of indeterminate functions. So we have seen that y is equal to x square is your determinate function because you'll get the value. And put any value of x, we'll get some value of y. But see this function. Okay, x is equal to 2, at x is equal to 2. What would be the value? Tell me. At x is equal to 2, what will be the value? See, that's why I told you to know the difference between determinate and indeterminate values. Everyone is wrong. Everyone is wrong. At x is equal to 2, what will be the value? Just think about it now. For what we have to do to find the value? We just have to put the independent variable. So put x equal to 2 over here. So it will be 4 minus 4 by 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0 by 0, right? And 0 by 0 is indeterminate. It is indeterminate. There are 7 indeterminate forms. 0 by 0 is your one of the indeterminate form. Got it? Right? समझ में आ रहा है? अगर तुम वैल्यू पुट करते हो और कोई एक फाइनाइट वैल्यू नहीं आ रहा है, if you are getting the value like 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, or other indeterminate forms, there are only 7 indeterminate forms. Okay, for our syllabus. Okay, in class 11 we have to study about only 2 indeterminate forms, which is or 3 basically. 0 by 0, the second is infinity by infinity, and third is infinity minus infinity, right? Then we have 1 to the power infinity, 0 to the power 0, 0 to the power infinity, right? So these all are indeterminate forms. Got it? So सबको समझ में आया? What is the meaning of determinate form or undeterminate form? Yes or no? Right? Okay. Now, second question. If any function, right, at a given point have indeterminate form, okay, then can we find the limit of the function? Can we find the limit of the function? I'm not asking about the value at that point. I'm asking about the limit. Yes? Yes, very good. Yes, we can, because limit is the approaching value. Okay, that's something you should know. No, you should know the difference between limit at a point and value at a point. When you talk about limit at a point, it is the approaching value. Okay, but when you talk about value at a point, it is the exact value. Just see this graph. Okay, just see this graph. Now, forget about this point because we know that at this point, the value is 0 by 0, which is indeterminate, right? But if you approach from left-hand side, what do you think? At which value you will try to approach? Think, at which value? 4, right? 4, na. See, if you try to go from left and right, this value, right, should have been 4, है ना? Should have been 4. क्या है उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता किस वैल्यू पे अप्रोच कर रहा है, क्या होता, राइट, वो फर्क पड़ता है. This is 4 ना, the value of y, right, if you approach this value should have been 4, right? So the approaching value is 4, it's not 0, it's 4. Now from right hand side also, what is the approaching value? It is 4, right? Now, so I can say that, right, till now I don't know how to find the limit, but I know that we can have two type of functions, right? We can have two type of functions. First is indeterminate, second is indeterminate. So I can say that functions, right, can be either determinate or indeterminate. Indeterminate. Yes or no? Tell me. This you understood, right? We'll make a mind map of the chapter. First, whenever problem is given, what we have to think? First, we have to know that what kind of function it is, right? Either it is determinate function or indeterminate function, right? Everyone got this? What is the first approach? Yes? Everyone got this now? Okay? Chalo. So this is your first approach. This should be your first approach. Whenever a question is given, you should know that it is your determinate function or indeterminate function. Okay. Now, see this, right? So I hope you know how to draw the graph of piecewise functions. So what is the meaning of piecewise functions? A function which is broken into intervals are called as piecewise functions. Okay. Piecewise function, P-I-E-C, piecewise functions, है ना? Which is broken in terms, in intervals. Yes, signum function is a piecewise function. Mod function can also be example of piecewise function, right? But sometimes it is specifically two different functions or two different values. For example, see this. So for this function, if the value of x is greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to, sorry, less than or equal to 0, the value is 1. And if it is greater than 0, then it is 2. So the function will be something like this, right? 2 pe open interval, right? Then constant value 2 and 0 pe 1 because it is equality sign also, and any value less than 1 we have 1, right? Now tell me, without thinking about anything, what is f of? Now for this you have to find the limit. At which point? You can find the limit at a point where the interval is broken, है ना? यहाँ पे interval कहाँ टूट रहा है? Tell me, what do you think? At which point interval is breaking? 0, right? So you have to find the limit at the point at which the function is breaking in case of piecewise functions. Got it? So I want to find the limit at x is equal to a, sorry, which is 0. So LHL, left hand limit, which will be f of a, sorry, a minus h, which is f of 0 minus h. Now tell me, what will be the value of y at 0 minus h? बताओ क्या होगा? 0 minus h means any value which is less than 0. तो क्या हो रहा है? 0 से कम में क्या value हो रहा है? 1. Very good. So the value of y is 1. Very good. So I can say that the LHL, the value of LHL is 1. What about RHL? बताओ RHL कितना है? RHL कितना है? 2 है ना? Because any value which is greater than 0 will have y is equal to 2. Any issue in this? Any issue in this? Just try to understand each and every step, right? This chapter is very easy if you understood the concept, right? बहुत easy अगर concept समझ में आया तो, ठीक है? बहुत ही छोटा concept है, ठीक है? See, x greater than 0 पे y की value 2 है ना? x greater than 0 पे, right? y की value 2 है. So take any value which is greater than 0. So 0 plus h, right? X is equal to 0 plus h, where h tends to 0. So it is the tending value which is slightly greater than 0. So it doesn't matter what value you have. If it is greater than 0, then the value is 2. So RHL is 2. Got it? Got this? Anurag? Chulika? Right? And it is already given that the value is 2. Take any value greater than 0. x का कोई भी वैल्यू 0 से ज्यादा होगा तो y की वैल्यू which is f of x 2 होगा. So RHL is 2. Yes or no? Tell me. क्या दिक्कत है? Specifically बताओ क्या दिक्कत हो रहा है? यहाँ पे constant function है, already बोल दिया है कि f of x will be 2. See, f of x is 2 if x is greater than 0. So 0 plus h, right? Even though h tends to 0, it will be slightly greater than 0 because it is tending value. It's not the exact value, right? और यहाँ पे inequality का मतलब ही है कि 0 से कितना भी बड़ा हो, ठीक है, right? चाहे वो 0.0000001 रहे, right? या 0.1 रहे या 2 रहे या 3 रहे, y की वैल्यू 2 ही होने वाला है. So obviously RHL will be 2. Okay, got it? Got this now? So RHL is 2. Okay, ठीक है. Now in this case RHL and LHL are not equal, so I can say that limit does not exist. Okay, got it? So here limit does not exist. And this was determinate function or indeterminate function? Tell me. Value is given, right? So this is your determinate function. So you need not to think. Okay, right? Now think about this. Y is equal to, or f of x. F of x is equal to x plus 10. That's the first illustration. So what do you think? It is your determinate or indeterminate value? Indeterminate or determinate? At x is equal to 5. At x is equal to 5. Okay, you have to find the value at x is equal to 5. Limit at x is equal to 5. ठीक है? So limit will exist or not, that's it. You have to find the limit and you have to tell that it will exist or not. ठीक है? बताओ जल्दी से. Okay, OS, very good. What is the value? What is the limiting value? Yes, very good. Very easy problem. Very easy problem. Okay, I'm giving you the easy problem because doesn't matter if you solve easy problem or the hard problem. Concept will be same. Exactly this concept will be used. Okay. So are you getting? In order to know that it is determinate or indeterminate, just put the value. Put 5. है ना? So f of 5. F of 5 is equal to 15. So value is finite. So it is determinate. Now, in order to find LHL, we'll put x is equal to 5 minus h. So limit h tends to 0, right, will be what? F of 5 minus h, right, which is, now x की जगह पे क्या put करेंगे? 5 minus h, 5 minus h plus 10, so which is 15 minus h, और h tends to 0 हो गया, so it is 15. Got it? In same way RHL निकल जाएगा, निकल जाए सबसे, right? No one is replying. सो गया क्या? Only OS is replying. बाकी सब सो गया क्या? सब सो गया लगता है, गाना गाना पड़ेगा. देखो आर्यन यस सर बोल रहा है, मीत भी यस सर बोल रहा है, अनुराग भी यस सर बोल रहा है, सब सो गया. ठीक है, रिपीट, क्या रिपीट करें बताओ? विवेक क्या रिपीट करें? LHL, चलो तुम रिपीट करो. करिश्मा अनम्यूट करो और बताओ LHL क्या होता है. I'll give you opportunity, right? Sadly, yeah. So LHL, there are two representation. If you want to find the limit at point A, then LHL can either be written as A minus H or A minus, and RHL can either be written as not the RHL, the value of X. Okay, right? Or X tends to A plus. Got it? देखो यहाँ पे. What is this? LHL or RHL? This is LHL or RHL? Tell me. Is this LHL or RHL? LHL, right? Very good. And because it is 1 minus. What is this? RHL. Right? Okay. So this is your second representation. So you should remember both. Okay? Okay. So basic हो गया. Basic समझ में आ गया सबको. थोड़ा सा problem solving करते हैं. Okay. So I hope all of you understood what is your left hand limit, right hand limit. What is your determinate and indeterminate values, right? Got it? What is right hand limit? It is the value approaching from right hand side of the value which is taken as reference. Okay. Then the limit will exist if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Otherwise it will not exist. Now remember this. It is just left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. It is not equal to f of a. It is not necessary that this should be equal to f of a for limit to exist. Means if we have this LHL is equal to RHL but does not equal to f of a, then also limit will exist. Got it? It will not be continuous. It will not be continuous, but it will exist. Got it? समझ में आया सबको? Yes or no? Tell me. Tell me. So my concept was, if LHL is equal to RHL, right, limit will exist even if it is not equal to value of function at that point. Okay, that's it. Now check the limit of y is equal to mod of x minus 2 by x minus 2 at x is equal to 2. Everyone, please check this. First, what kind of function it is, then check the limit. Yes, we are very good. मैंने क्या बोला, कॉन्सेप्ट हर चैप्टर का माइंड में बना के रखना है। सबसे पहली बात, फंक्शन कैसा है, डिटरमिनेट कि इनडिटरमिनेट। इफ इट इज डिटरमिनेट, जस्ट पुट द वैल्यू, वही तुम्हारा आंसर है। इफ इट इज इनडिटरमिनेट, then you have to find the value of LHL and RHL. ठीक है, by putting a plus h and a minus h. ठीक है, चलो, yes, Siddharth, Meet, it is indeterminate. Very good. Then what is the value of LHL? Tell me, everyone, what is the value of LHL? Think about it, right? No, Samarth. Put the value in the function, right? I told you for LHL, put x is equal to a minus h. A is 2. So 2 minus h, right? So y will be limit h tends to 0. Mod of 2 minus h minus 2 whole divided by 2 minus h minus 2. Yes or no? ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? This is a straightforward line, right? Everyone got this? Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. क्योंकि अगर अभी समझ में नहीं आएगा तो नेक्स्ट क्लास से नहीं समझ में आएगा, ठीक है? ओके, सबको समझ में आ गया? वेरी गुड। अब तो सिंपल है, राइट? 2 माइनस 2 कट गया, 2 माइनस 2 कट गया, तो क्या हो गया ये? मॉड ऑफ माइनस एच बाई माइनस एच। यस और नो? टेल मी, यस और नो? यस। व्हाट इज मॉड ऑफ माइनस एच? मॉड ऑफ माइनस एच क्या होता है? मॉड ऑफ माइनस एच इज h, exactly, and this is minus h. So what do you think? h by minus h is equal to क्या होगा? -1 होगा ना? So यहाँ पे वैल्यू पुट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी, कट गया, राइट? So -1 आ गया, ठीक है? Any issue in that? सबको समझ में आया? How come the value of LHL is -1? Right? Try to find the value of RHL in the same way. Try to find the value of RHL in the same way, right? Okay, exactly the same way. Value of x will be 2 plus h. So limit h tends to 0. Y will be mod of 2 plus h minus 2 by 2 plus h minus 2, which is mod of h by h, which is h by h 1. Very good. So RHL is 1. Everyone got this? Everyone got this concept? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes? So limit will exist? Yes or no? Limit will exist? No. What this function is called? What is the name of this kind of function? What is the name of this kind of function? No, like इंटरमीडिएट तो लिमिट के लिए हो गया ना, इसका एक नाम होता है, जैसे ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन, एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन, इसका भी नाम होता है. क्या होता है इसका नाम? Yes, it is called as सिग्नम फंक्शन. सिग्नम फंक्शन है समर्थ, ग्रेटेस्ट टीचर नहीं है ये, सिग्नम फंक्शन है ये. ठीक है, सिग्नम फंक्शन y is equal to mod of f of x by f of x, right? It is your signum function. ठीक है, सिग्नम फंक्शन का लिमिट कभी एग्जिस्ट नहीं करे. ठीक है, ये कर लो. You can remember this, or you can just generalize this concept, right? The limit of signum function will never exist because उसका वैल्यू हमेशा -1 और 1 होगा LHO और RHL के लिए. ठीक है, got it? ठीक है, चलो try these problems. ठीक है, जल्दी जल्दी मैं बता रहा हूँ कौन कौन करना है. ठीक है, you just have to check the limit, right? ये हो गया हमारा अभी, है ना? So try this, exist or not. 9, 8, बस ये 3, बस ये 3. ठीक है, ट्राई करो जल्दी जल्दी. 6, 8, 9. ना मैथ्स में दिक्कत क्या होगी तुम लोगों के, या किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में, कॉन्सेप्ट हॉच-पॉच नहीं करना है, स्ट्रीमलाइन, स्टेप बाय स्टेप, थिंक लाइक दैट, राइट? फर्स्ट check the functions determinate or indeterminate, right? Then check limit will exist or not. ओवैस, एक चीज बताओ, फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ एक्स नेगेटिव होता है क्या कभी? हाँ, फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ एक्स कभी नेगेटिव होता है? बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट, राइट? ग्राफ ऑफ फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ एक्स भूल गए सब कोई? कैसा होता है? ऐसा होता है ना, ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव. दिस इज द ग्राफ ऑफ फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ एक्स, राइट? 0 से 1 के बीच में. ठीक है, ये सब गलती मत करो. ठीक है, this square bracket is your greatest integer, curly bracket is your fractional part. ठीक है, step by step. Sixth one is determinate. Yes, it is determinate, right? What is the limiting value? Will it exist or not? You have to find, will it exist or not? अच्छा एक चीज बताओ, सबको ये पता है, ये बताओ -0.2 का फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट कितना होता है? Everyone just tell me this. What is the fractional part of -0.2? Tell me. What is the fractional part of -0.2? See, इसी का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. Fractional part of -0.2 is 0.8. ठीक है. Fractional part of negative number is -x plus fractional part of x. ठीक है, ये होता है. ठीक है, ध्यान दो ये. -1.4 का फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट 0.6 होता है, which is -2 + 0.6, ठीक है। x plus greatest inch of x plus fractional part of x is equal to x। ये प्लस होता है हमेशा, माइनस कभी नहीं होता है। तो greatest inch of x plus fractional part of x is equal to -1.4 है, right? So -2 plus 0.6 होगा, ये -1.4, ठीक है। ये कॉन्सेप्ट है, तो अगर यही नहीं पता है तो नहीं बनेगा, ठीक है। सो दीज आर दी बेसिक प्रीरिक्विजिट कॉन्सेप्ट। आई सॉल्व यू गाइस, ठीक है। एक और एग्जांपल देख लो, देखो एक और एग्जांपल सबको। फर्स्ट LHL, ठीक है। स्टेप डिटरमिनेट है, राइट। 0 पुट करेंगे तो दोनों एग्जिस्ट करेगा, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, राइट। 0 पे ये एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है तो इंडिटरमिनेट अनडिफाइंड हो जाएगा, इंडिटरमिनेट नहीं होगा, ठीक है, राइट। अनडिफाइंड हो जाएगा। सो LHL विल बी x is equal to 0 minus h. So limit x tends to 0 minus or h tends to 0, दोनों लिख सकते हैं, ठीक है। यहाँ क्या हो जाएगा, greatest integer of 0 minus h plus fractional part of 0 minus h। अब बताओ 0 minus h greatest integer क्या होगा, बताओ। 0 minus h greatest integer क्या होगा, ओके होगा, सही है। सी 0 से कम है, छोटा है 0 से, अभी मैंने बताया ना, अगर 0 से छोटा है तो ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर क्या हो जाएगा, -0.1 का ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर क्या होता है, 0 होता है, 1 होता है, -1 होता है, बताओ। ध्यान दो, राइट। सपोज नंबर इज Superman, he can fly, right? So between any two numbers, two integers, right, है ना। So this is called as floor integer, floor, and this is called as ceiling, है ना, right। अब जैसे 1 2 1 and 2, what is floor, what is ceiling, tell me। फ्लोर कौन है, 1, सीलिंग कौन है, 2, है ना, राइट। मान लो सुपरमैन का पावर चला गया, कहाँ गिरेगा, कहाँ गिरेगा बताओ इस केस में, राइट। दिस इज नीचे वाले पे ना, राइट, फ्लोर पे गिरेगा, कॉमन सेंस, राइट, ठीक है। सो फ्लोर इज योर ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर, ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर, ध्यान दो ऐसे। तो -0.1 किसके किसके बीच में है, -0.1 -1 और 0 के बीच में है ना, कॉमन सेंस ऐसे सीखेंगे, ठीक है। -0.1 लाइज बिटवीन -1 एंड 0, तो अगर गिरेगा इस केस में सीलिंग 0 है, फ्लोर कौन सा है, -1, तो ग्रेटर इंटीजर क्या हो जाएगा, -1, ठीक है, राइट। सीलिंग इज कॉल्ड एज लीस्ट इंटीजर, ठीक है, सीलिंग इज कॉल्ड एज लीस्ट इंटीजर, least integer, and floor is called as greatest integer। Got it? सबको समझ में आया, याद रहेगा। सी मैथ्स में वही है ना कि तुमसे क्वेश्चन नहीं बनेगा क्योंकि पुराने चैप्टर का कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है, ठीक है, राइट। सो एनीवेज हम लोग थोड़ा सा इजी सी प्रॉब्लम सी करेंगे। I'll just skip this. I'll just start something else जो तुम्हारा थोड़ा सा easy हो तुम्हारे लिए. ठीक है. ठीक है, ये करते पहले. ठीक है. चलो. सो ये हमारा फर्स्ट टॉपिक था. ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट टॉपिक स्टार्ट होने से पहले प्री रीडिंग हमें पता होना चाहिए. डोमेन क्या होता है, रेंज क्या होता है, डिटरमिनेट वैल्यूज, इनडिटरमिनेट वैल्यूज, राइट. सो आई गेस ये सबसे हो जाएगा. एक बार क्वेश्चन देखो. 1 to 7 सबसे हो जाएगा. कोई है ऐसा जिससे नहीं होगा? बताओ. 1 to 7 कोई है ऐसा जिससे नहीं बनेगा? हो जाएगा सबसे. हाथ उठा लो. Everyone can solve this? Yes, right? Very good. Now in this 11.1, right, we have already studied first concept, second concept, right, and third concept. These three concepts we have studied. Fourth and fifth concept we haven't studied yet. Okay, right? But first, second, third concept we have studied. Okay, got it? Right? Okay. So we'll try to solve some problems. ये बहुत ही बेसिक है. ठीक है. फंडामेंटल थ्योरी है ये. अगर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे तो हमारे पास डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूलाज है. टेंशन मत लो. ठीक है. बट पहले पता होना चाहिए ना कि लिमिट क्या होता है, राइट. अगर पता ही नहीं है तो कैसे काम चलेगा. जैसे सारे फॉर्मूलाज हैं, ये सारे फॉर्मूलाज हैं, तुमको बस याद रख लेना है. ठीक है. सारे फॉर्मूलाज हैं, तुमको याद रखना है, डायरेक्टली बन जाएगा. ठीक है. बट हमें बेसिक पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है. ओके. सो विल स्टार्ट विथ प्रॉपर्टीज. ठीक है. सो हमने पहले देखा कि लिमिट एग्जिस्ट कैसे करता है. इफ LHL is equal to RHL, right, then limit will exist. ठीक है. Now properties or theorems. So theorems is same as differentiation, right? Mean when we talk about theorems, है ना, when we talk about theorems, तो theorems क्या होते हैं? Fundamental operations which can be done in case of limits. ठीक है. जैसे डिफरेंशिएशन में था, है ना, if two functions are added, right, y is equal to f of x plus g of x, और y का डिफरेंशिएशन करना था, तो दोनों का डिफरेंशिएशन सेपरेटली कर सकते थे. इन सेम वे लिमिट भी है. ठीक है. बट उससे पहले हम और कुछ क्वेश्चंस करना चाहते हैं. Okay. So yeah, question number 9. Everyone please solve question number 9. Everyone solve question number 9. ठीक है. Right, exist कर रहा है कि नहीं, and find the limit. ठीक है. Everyone please solve. I'll give you 2 minutes. ठीक है. जल्दी करो. Okay, solved. Okay, I got only one answer. So first, indeterminate or determinate? It's determinate, right? है ना? Right? Yes. So LHL is -2, RHL is +2. So it will not exist. Yes, very good. है ना? चलो, सबको समझ में आ गया? ठीक है? So ग्राफ देखो, ग्राफ ऐसा हो जाएगा कुछ ना, 0 पे 0, फिर ये हो जाएगा ग्राफ x+2 का, ये x-2 का, तो ये क्वेश्चन में बन जाएगा। तो आई गेस सबको ये निकालने आ गया कि फंक्शन एग्जिस्ट कब कर रहा है और एग्जिस्ट कब नहीं कर रहा है। ठीक है, सी क्वेश्चंस अच्छे होंगे तो दिक्कत होगी, बिकॉज मैथ्स का कॉन्सेप्ट तुमको नहीं आएगा, जैसे ग्रेटेस्ट निंजा का कॉन्सेप्ट, फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट का कॉन्सेप्ट, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का कॉन्सेप्ट, वो सब। ठीक है, राइट? चलो, नेक्स्ट इज फंडामेंटल थ्योरम्स ऑफ लिमिट्स और algebra of limits. ठीक है, got it? Now first, simple, right? If I'm having a function, ये ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना है, ये होता है, ठीक है? If I'm having a function y is equal to f of x plus g of x, ठीक है? तो अगर तुमको लिमिट ऑफ y निकालना है फॉर एनी पॉइंट x इक्वल टू a, तो ये दोनों का लिमिट होगा. So you can just take the limit of f of x and g of x separately. So this is your first theorem, that limit of sum of functions, limit of sum of functions can be taken as limit or sum of limit of individual functions. Got it? Right? ठीक है, so sum के साथ है तो difference के साथ भी होगा, multiplication के साथ भी होगा, division के साथ भी होगा. The only condition is this, both should exist. ठीक है, right? तो sum, difference, multiplication, division सबके साथ ये होगा, right? Means the limit of sum of function, difference of function, multiplication of function or division of function can be taken as sum of limit of individual functions, difference of limit of individual functions, multiplication of limit of individual functions, and division of limit of individual functions. As simple as that, right? The only condition is both the limits should exist. Yes or no? Tell me. ये चारों समझ में आया अच्छे से? बस सिंपल है, right? ये होता है ऐसा, ठीक है? Got it? Means you can use this in your problem solving where we have two functions, right? Two different kind of functions. अब जैसे देखो, अब सिंपल से एग्जांपल है, मान लो ऊपर रहेगा sin x और नीचे रहेगा e/x, दो अलग अलग फंक्शन है ना, तो इसका हम अलग निकालेंगे, इसका अलग निकालेंगे, राइट? ये दो अलग अलग फंक्शन की बात कर रहा है, ठीक है? Got it? Now third, not third, fourth, right? Fifth, sorry. So if I'm having a function, so this is basically the simple case of this function. So lambda is a constant, right, which is multiplied with a function f of x. Okay, and then you are taking limit x tends to a. Now it can also be written as lambda and limit of x tends to a f of x. Got it? But the value will be same in both. Okay, right? ठीक है, चलो. So these were the theorems. There are some other theorems also, right? Which are these? So I studied theorem 1, theorem 2, theorem 3, theorem 4. Got it? The other theorems are this, right? Suppose I'm having f of x to power g of x, y is equal to, right? And then limit of x tends to a, which is limit x tends to a of this whole function. Now it can also be written as limit f of x, x tends to a, to limit x tends to a, g of x. Got it? So why these properties is not given in your NCERT? Because we will not study these kind of functions in our class 11. Means it is not in your class 11th syllabus, but we will study. In JEE syllabus, we study whole limit at once. Okay? Got it? That's why it's not in NCERT. So this is your fifth theorem. Now sixth theorem is about composite function. Suppose I'm having g of f of x. G of f of x. Limit of g of f x where x tends to a. This can also be written as g of limit x tends to a f of x. Okay, right? These are the theorems, right? So theorems we have to remember, right? Then same goes for logarithmic function or any function. So log f of x, limit x tends to a. It can also be written as log of limit x tends to a f of x. Now there's a small condition, because it is the condition of log function itself, that limit of x tends to a f of x should be greater than 0, because this is the condition of log function itself now, right? वो तो condition है log का ही, ठीक है, right? Any issue in this? Any issue till property, sorry, theorem 7? So 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 में किसी दिक्कत है? बताओ, नहीं? It's a theorem, ये होता है, ठीक है, right? It's a theorem. So तुमको बस दिमाग में रखना है प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते वक्त, ठीक है? Now same goes for exponential functions. E to the power f of x, limit x tends to a can be written as e to the power limit x tends to a f of x, ठीक है, right? 8. Now बाकी मॉडुलस फंक्शन के लिए भी सेम होगा, ठीक है, मॉडुलस फंक्शन के लिए भी सेम होगा, ठीक है, right? If f of x is less than equal to g of x, so what do you think? अगर लिमिट लगा दोगे, right, तो obviously inequality change नहीं होगी ना, सेम रहेगी, ठीक है. Now 11th वाला is not actually your function theorem नहीं है, basic common sense है. अगर x infinity है तो 1 by x क्या होगा? Obviously 0 होगा ना, तो basic common sense, ठीक है. Got it, right? Yes, सबको समझ में आया? ये theorems यूज करने हैं प्रॉब्लम्स में, ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में, ठीक है. सो अभी तक हमने सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये पढ़ा कि लिमिट्स क्या होता है, लिमिट्स का मतलब क्या है, राइट हैंड साइड लेफ्ट हैंड साइड लिमिट क्या होता है, फंक्शन एग्जिस्ट कब करता है, कब नहीं करता है, ठीक है, दैट्स इट, राइट. अब हम बात करते हैं एक एक टाइप के फंक्शंस की. अभी जनरलाइज बात हुई थी, हम जब बात करते हैं पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन और रैशनल फंक्शन की, ठीक है. सो मोस्टली द फंक्शन इज डिटरमिनेट, राइट? डिटरमिनेट फंक्शन मींस पुट करो वैल्यू आ जाएगा, पुट करो वैल्यू आ जाएगा, ठीक है. नाउ वी डोंट एक्चुअली study limits depending on functions. We will study about, or it's not the type of function, basis of origin, like यहाँ पे पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन है, ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन, एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन, उसकी जगह पे we will think about determinate and indeterminate, 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 ठीक है. Now if my function is indeterminate, then you have to check that is it 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity or infinity minus infinity, right? ये तीनों, और 1 to the power infinity 0 to the power 0 or 0 to the power infinity. ठीक है, right? That's your second step. First step, check determinate or indeterminate. Second, check if it is indeterminate, then which form. Okay. Now third step is to remove the indeterminate term, right? How to do that? Okay, अब जैसे देखो, सिंपल से एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं, मान लो x स्क्वायर माइनस 4 बाई एक्स माइनस 2 है, y इज इक्वल टू, इसको मुझे डिटरमिनेट फॉर्म बनाना है, क्या करूंगा बताओ? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? What you should do? Just think about it, right? You have to convert into determinate function. That is your role, right? Using algebra. What you have to do? Well, it's very simple, by the way. Tell me, Sania, Sneha. Yes, right? X square plus 4, है ना? Sorry, this is x square minus 4, which is x square minus 2 square by x minus 2, right? Which is x minus 2 into x plus 2 by x minus 2. So x minus 2 will get cancelled. It will be x plus 2, right? That's it. Got it? So this is your determinate form now. Yes or no? Tell me, yes or no? Yes, right? What this method is called? What this method is called? Tell me what this method is called. Factorization. Yes. So this is factorization. So you can use factorization to remove indeterminate or to convert indeterminate value into determinate values. Got it? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no? Did you get this? Right? Okay. Try solving question number 1. Example 1. Everyone, try solving example 1. All are determinate. You just have to put the values, right? Tell me. It's easy, right? First वाले कितना होगा? First का first. First का first is 1, exactly. है ना? Determinate है तो just put कर दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. LHR RHL निकालने की कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, right? Just put it. Second वाला, ये क्या कर रहे हो? Second वाला, 3 into 4, 12. As simple as that. 3 into 4, 12. Very good. Determinate है ना, इसलिए मैं बोला अगर determinate है तो just put the value. ठीक है, सोचना ही नहीं है. Indeterminate है तब सोचना है. LHL RHL, right? थर्ड बताओ, थर्ड बताओ. -1 है. Yes, right? Odd even 0 हो जाएगा. See, as simple as that. Easy है कि नहीं? अब तक समझ में आया? So देखो, यहाँ पे total number of terms कितने हैं? Total number of terms 11 है ना. 0 से लेकर 10, 11, तो एक बच जाएगा, 1. It's not 0. स्नेहा समर्थ, total number of term is 11. It's not 10. अगर 10 होता तब तो 0 होता, but total number of terms is 11. Got it? That's why it will be 1, right? Got it? चलो, second question. जल्दी 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 बताओ. See, my suggestion, right? You should start with NCERT. ठीक है, आशीष से पढ़ा दिए, उसके बाद तुम लोग अपने से एक बार NCERT कर लोगे तो बेटर रहेगा. ठीक है, बताओ. फर्स्ट, determinate indeterminate. Yes, very good, very good. मीत, सिद्धार्थ, प्रांजल, very good. Easy है ना? Determinate, just put the value. That's it. Determinate है तो डायरेक्टली वैल्यू पुट कर दो. LHL RHL का झंझट ही नहीं है ना? You can find, but value will be same. That's the thing, right? That's why I told you to find the type of function first. ठीक है, चलो. Second, सेकंड बताओ, फर्स्ट हो गया ना, डिटरमिनेट, सो जस्ट पुट द वैल्यू 1 plus 1 2, 1 plus 100 101, right? Now second, put 2, so we will get 8 minus 16 plus 8 divided by 4 minus 4, which is 0 by 0. So obviously it is indeterminate, right? 0 by 0 आ गया. So क्या बोले अभी हम लोग को इसको डिटरमिनेट में कन्वर्ट करना है. That should be your concept, right? Next step, convert this into determinate form. We just know only one method till now, factorization. बस वही दिमाग में है और कुछ आता ही नहीं है. ट्राई करेंगे. Can you factorize? Think about this. No, you can't factorize. पक्का. See, x square minus 4x plus 4 by x minus 2 x plus 2, right? Factorize नहीं होगा क्या? होगा ना, right? You can, right? See, that's why the concept of class 9th 10th will come, right? Factorization है ना, जो class 9th 10th पढ़ा था. Yes, very good. So tell me, क्या बन जाएगा ये? Will it become x into x minus 2 by x plus 2? Yes or no? Will it become like this? Yes. Put x equal to 2. क्या आ जाएगा? X equal to 2 क्या आ जाएगा? 0. सही है. 0 by 4 is 0. So it is 0. The limit is 0. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. 0 exist करता है. ठीक है. प्रांजल 4 by 0 क्या कर रहे हो? ओ थर्ड वाले का. So 4 by 0 is infinity, undefined. ठीक है. 4 by 0 is undefined infinity, right? ठीक है. सबको समझ में आना, बिकॉज देखो थर्ड वाला इज फोर्थ वाले का उल्टा, राइट? सो अनडिफाइंड. ठीक है. देन फोर्थ बताओ, फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ. यस, वेरी गुड. फैक्टराइज एंड टेल एवरीवन. बहुत कम लोग रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं. क्या आशीष क्लास में भी इतने कम लोग रिप्लाई करते हैं? मैथ्स में हाथ चलाना होता है. हाथ चलाओगे तो मार्क्स आएगा, हाथ नहीं चलाओगे तो मार्क्स नहीं आएगा. साम्या, सानिया, विवेक, समझ में आया सब कुछ? You guys are silent. Intimate, right? है ना? So सब फैक्टराइज करो. x स्क्वायर कॉमन, x माइनस 2, इसको फैक्टराइज करेंगे तो x माइनस 3 इंटू x माइनस 2 कट गया ना. x इक्वल टू 2 पुट करेंगे, 4 by 2 minus 3 which is -4. ठीक है, गॉट इट. यस, वेरी गुड. फिफ्थ वाला बताओ. नाउ फिफ्थ वाले में थ्योरम लग जाएगा ना. अब बेवकूफ की तरह दोनों को साथ में लेके करने की जरूरत नहीं है. वी हैव टू डिफरेंट फंक्शन. ये हो गया f of x और ये हो गया g of x. अलग अलग करेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, अलग अलग करेंगे, है ना, राइट? गॉट इट. सो ये कितना आ जाएगा? ये हो गया, ओके, ये हो जाएगा 1 by 0. ये तो इन्फिनिटी हो जाएगा, राइट? तो अलग अलग नहीं कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ये कर सकते हैं. सोचो. टेल मी, बताओ. फैक्टराइज करके कुछ निकाल सकते हैं? बिकॉज 1 by infinity आ गया ना, राइट? सो ऑब्वियसली उसको डायरेक्टली नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज समथिंग माइनस इन्फिनिटी, राइट? या फैक्टराइज करके निकाल लेंगे ना. देखो, आई गेस फोर्थ तक सबका हो गया होगा. फिफ्थ देखो, फैक्टराइज हमेशा स्मॉलेस्ट सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म में लिखना है. x minus 1 minus 1 by, this is also x common. Now x minus 1 into x minus 2, right? That's it, है ना? x minus 2. देखो क्या कॉमन हो जाएगा? Yes, you can take LCM and factorize. So it will be 1 by x into x minus 1 common. क्या बचेगा? x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 2. ठीक है, सॉल्व कर लोगे तो हो गया ना. ऊपर क्या बचेगा? 1 by x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. ऊपर क्या हो गया? x square plus 4 minus 4x minus 1. ठीक है, right? Then you can factorize and cancel. So it will become, I'll just solve above, right? So it will become x square minus 3x minus x plus 3 by x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. So this will become x minus 3 into x minus 1 by x minus 1, x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. So x minus 1 cancel. तो क्या हो जाएगा? अब 1 पुट करेंगे तो 1 minus 3 by 1 into 1 minus 2. ठीक है, minus 2 तो कितना हो जाएगा? 2. That's the answer. Got it? Right? है ना? So this is the answer. Right? So I guess सबको समझ में आ गया होगा, है ना? Right? So यहाँ पे पूरे अच्छे से solve दिया हुआ है. ठीक है? So try to solve all the examples. Try to solve all the examples. ठीक है? Now there's one theorem. If we have a problem like this, this is the formula or theorem. X to power n minus 8 power n by x minus a, right? Then it is written as n into 8 by n minus 1. दो तरह का डिफरेंशिएशन, सॉरी दो तरह का डेरिवेशन है. ठीक है, दो तरह का डेरिवेशन है, वो हम लोग बाद में कर लेंगे. बट अभी के लिए ये फॉर्मूला याद कर लेना. और बहुत सारे फॉर्मूलाज है जो कि मॉड्यूल में भी हैं. ठीक है, तो फिलहाल के लिए वो याद कर लेना. बट सारे डेरिवेशंस हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है, अभी टाइम खत्म हो गया है शायद, और बहुत लोगों का शायद ये भी है. ठीक है, सो आज के लिए कोई होमवर्क नहीं है. ठीक है, बस एक बार फिर से वीडियो देखकर नोट्स लिखना है. ठीक है, मैं मॉड्यूल शेयर कर दूंगा, बट अगर नहीं भी करो मॉड्यूल तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ठीक है, बिकॉज अभी ये फॉर्मूलेज कहाँ से आए, कैसे ये होता है, और इस पर प्रॉब्लम करवाना बचा हुआ है. सो नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग वो भी कर लेंगे. ठीक है, सो आज के लिए कोई होमवर्क नहीं है. प्लीज रिवाइज फॉर मेजर टेस्ट विच इज ऑन 12th, राइट? एंड बाकी होमवर्क करो, जो छूटा हुआ है वो करो. ठीक है, एंड वॉच वीडियोज वंस अगेन, राइट? एंड देन make your own notes and try to understand each and every concept. Got it? So यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आ गया? हाथ उठा लो. सबको समझ में आया? What is limits? Right? Next problem. Yeah. Okay. ठीक है. So I hope everyone got this. जिसको थोड़ा बहुत नहीं समझ में आया, please वीडियो देख लेना. ठीक है? Okay. Bye everyone. Okay. Bye everyone. Bye. Yeah, I'll share the module, Pranjal. Okay. Bye.